Welcome to Murray's monthly marketing mashup. It is November 2021, and we are 8 weeks away from Christmas. We're going to pick up where we left off last month by looking at retail and trade and consumer confidence. While we have growth projections, we're going to look at specific categories, and then we're going to look at consumers and how they respond to ads within those specific categories. We had another double-digit month of growth in August 2021. That puts 2021 up 21% versus last year. The big thing I want to point out here is just yesterday, the National Retail Federation altered their forecast, originally calling for 3.6 to 5.2% growth this holiday season, and now they're calling for between 8.5 and 10.5% growth. Consumer confidence also went up in the most current period. We are 13 points ahead of where we were this time last year and far above the 80 danger level, which is if you fall below 80, you're not going to see any growth. The impact of inflation seems to be muted across consumer segments. More and more consumers say they plan to purchase major items such as appliances and automobiles and even homes. And it looks as though, based on confidence, spending will continue to remain strong throughout 2021. While there's an overall average of about 9% growth this holiday season, we see certain categories far exceed that. A lot of these were really impacted when the pandemic first came into play, and they're going to see double-digit gains this holiday season. Categories such as apparel and accessories, computers and electronics, health and personal care. Okay. I said we'd look at ad response by consumers within these categories, and so I'm listing under apparel, women's clothing shoppers, men's clothing shoppers, children's clothing, infant clothing, computer, high-end TVs, cosmetics, toys. And what you'll see in ranked order, more of these folks respond to ads on digital, specifically social and mobile, than anything else. You'll see digital occupy the vast majority of the top three types of ads people respond to, not just for the categories, but down below, I gave you certain consumer groups like the affluent, parents of preteens, the price conscious. Again, digital seems to dominate when it comes to ad response, not in any of the top three spots. Direct mail, magazine, radio, outdoor, movie theater ads, ads on podcasts. So while we anticipate a 9% overall growth, that's the average, e-commerce is going to grow about 50, 60% higher than that at 14.5%. In-store will show a very nice growth rate, doubling that of what typically happens. But for many categories, they will still fall shy of 2019, but many will outperform even pre-pandemic levels. Since we're talking about other media, it was also reported yesterday that Comcast just forfeited or lost over 400,000 video subs in the past quarter. So going into 2022, when we talk about cord cutters or people who've never had cable, we're talking about 110, 120 million adults. That's half of all adults in the country, which is further bolstered by Scarborough that just released that cable penetration fell below 45% in the past 12 months. And the last thing I want to touch on is device ownership. If we go back 10 years ago, just over half of the oldest adults, those 65 plus, actually owned anything. And today, even that is at 85%. So just showing you that regardless of age or gender or income, device ownership and internet access is widespread. And that's all there is to it. Retail and trade were up. Consumer confidence is holding and up. There is pent up demand in some very specific categories like apparel. And digital seems, when it comes to ad response, to dominate across the media landscape. That's what we've got right now. I will catch you in about 4 weeks when we start talking not just about the holiday season, but as we look into 2022. Thank you.